Bedford school bus driver, someone in charge of getting kids to and from school safely, now in jail, charged with murder, and her mother and daughter also accused of being involved. 61-year-old Jemetta Cooper was shot in the chest.
I got a cold one on Shaker Blvd, female possibly shot.
It was April 12th. A fight turns deadly inside Shaker Hall Apartments. 66-year-old Dianna Hendon was upset about being evicted. Cooper and the maintenance man got involved. Police say the granddaughter, Zabreah Hendon, punched the 61-year-old, so Cooper, trying to defend herself, pulled out a knife, cutting two of the attackers.
There's one got stabbed into a hand and one to the to the face.
That's when police say the youngest Hendon, Zabreah, shoots at Cooper and the maintenance man.
We got a resident daughter that shot a female. We're getting multiple calls.
Now, 3 generations locked up, all pleading not guilty to murder. The Bedford City School District sending out a statement regarding Lamika's status. It reads in part, "We cannot comment on an ongoing criminal matter, but the district is taking all the appropriate measures, including placing the individual on leave consistent with ODE and board policies. The individual will not be allowed on school property during the pendency of the criminal matter, and the district is weighing all options at this time."
I mean, because all this gun shooting and stuff, it was just sad.
But Tyrone Walker tells me even hours after the shooting, he is still anxious. Walker just started his job as a maintenance tech at the complex and says it was just like any other workday.
We have a problem with a tenant in the building.
He says that tenant walked into the property manager's office and began fighting with the manager, adding the tenant then called in her 2 grown daughters to back her up.
There was a big commotion and arguing, and so I went in the office with 2 contractors, and we just standing between them. So we're trying to get the young ladies out the office door. Next thing I know, one of the contractors said she got a gun, and then it's when I heard the first shot pop.
He says the daughters just started shooting, and the woman who was shot was just a bystander who was also in the office at the time of the fight. And while others tended to her, Walker says he ran out the door to find where the shooters went, but they shot at him too.
I didn't know really what was happening until I heard the pop, pop, pop. She was just shooting. I'm like, man, I didn't even do nothing to her.
He says the shooters had no regard for human life, ending a life over something so trivial.
Just words, just an argument, that's all.
Hello you guys, thank you for tuning in to Karen Classified. I hope you guys comment, like, and subscribe to the channel, and I hope that you leave your comments down in the section below so we can get the conversation going. Here we have today is 66-year-old Dianna Hendon, 48-year-old Lamika Hendon, which is her daughter, and 25-year-old Zabreah, which is her granddaughter. Dianna called Lamika and Zabreah over to assist her with talking with the office manager in regards to an eviction notice that she was served. She was not happy with the fact that they were requesting for her to vacate the premises, so she went down to see what she could do to bring resolve to the situation and continue staying inside of her unit. Unfortunately, when they went down, conversations were had, but tensions were very high and an argument ensued. Upon them arguing and going back and forth, you have Miss Jemetta Cooper, 61 years old, that inserted herself in this argument, placed herself in between to assist with trying to de-escalate the situation. Unfortunately for her, Zabreah punches her in the face, and once she punches her in the face, she pulls out a blade and begins swinging. When she swung, she cut Zabreah and she cut Lamika. Zabreah became upset, and that's when a firearm was pulled out, and you just heard GUN shots firing off. Well, one of these bullets hit 61 Jeanette in the chest, and upon her being ushered down to the hospital, she ultimately lost her life. You guys, this is a very sad and unfortunate situation. It's sad that adults could not sit there and talk and or allow the courts to handle the situation, that they took things into their own hands. As of today, all 3 women are free. Yes, all 3 women are free. They were arrested. A lot of them, their jobs were at jeopardy and in jeopardy because of this matter. However, they obtained an attorney end, they all were found not guilty, released immediately to resume their lives. Now, I went in to try to pull up some information in regards to this to see what was some of the mitigating factors. However, when I tell you their attorney was working very fast, and I'm quite sure he filled out that form that you're supposed to fill out if you're going into a criminal court to have it expunged and sealed upon the case being closed. Well, guess what? Everything was sealed and zip-lipped. You cannot pry in, you cannot see anything. So off the basis of them arguing self-defense, it is apparent that whatever judge and or jury heard that argument agreed with them that they were defending themselves. So that's why I played both of the videos, so you can see the perspective from the guy that was there, and then also what the reporters had. So by him being there and him saying or stating that they just started firing, I guess he skipped over the fact that Miss Jemetta had pulled out a blade. Now, my prayers go out to Miss Cooper and her family, because I know that their family had to be very much so affected by not only her losing her life, but also that not guilty verdict. Again, you guys, after reviewing the information, I would like to know what you guys think. I hope you guys leave your comments down in the section below so we can get the conversation going. Again, I appreciate each and every one of you guys for listening in to Karen Classified. And I just ask that you be patient with me because I did have a lot of content that was just wiped out. Again, thank you guys for listening in to the channel. I hope you comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. And until the next video, you guys, I hope everyone stays safe and take care.